Hi everybody, this is TEFL Kevin here in Bangkok. I'm just going to have a short video today. I want to talk about resumes because that's one of the things we do in our TEFL program. We want to get you the best possible job that we can, and having a power resume is a good way to go. You know, when I teach this course, one of the ways I start off is I say, if you're doing a Google search, well, let me back up. Between any financial transaction or any business transaction, you have a buyer, you have a seller, and you have a product or service that they're trading. If you do a Google search, where are you in that? Where are you in that diagram? A lot of my students will say buyers, some will say students. The answer? You're the product. It's the same with your resume. When you put your resume in front of a hiring authority, you are the product. So that resume is a brochure. So we're going to talk a lot more about sales and marketing aspects of a resume rather than more of a traditional thing. Another thing to remember about resumes is that people don't read them. Most recruiters spend 6 to 10 seconds with a resume. You can't read a resume in 6 to 10 seconds. So throw out full sentences, throw out a lot of your grammar rules. Yes, you want your spelling and all that to be neat, but you want to use a lot of advertising techniques to make your brochure very effective, because you got 6 to 10 seconds to make an impression. One of the ways that we do it here at Vantage is that we start off with a summary. We abandon the traditional objective statements. Objective statements talk about what you want. Think about it. The last time you bought something, did you buy it because you were helping the shop out, or did you buy it because it was something you wanted or needed? I think it's the latter is the answer. So what we're going to do here in resumes, we're going to start with a summary. A summary states what you offer, not what you want. And the people that are buying are going to look at that much more seriously in a much faster manner than they would with a traditional objective statement. So now, by the way, on the description down below, we're going to have a link to a web page of everything I'm saying, so you can see all the details, because this is hard to describe just orally. So, and there's a second link there that will give you a template to an actual power resume. But we start off with a summary. You've got your name and address at the top, and then you've got a big title. It's much bigger than your name. Unless your name is Brad Pitt or Angelina Jolie, don't make it big. It's not branded. It's not a marketable item. But something like senior teacher or teacher in classroom management is a title that gets their attention. Right below that, we're going to have a statements of generalized background. And then below that, we're going to have 2 columns, usually 8 skills. Why skills? Skills are expertise. And if you're new to teaching, skills are transferable between industries, between jobs. So training that you've done in other industries can get the attention of a headmaster at a school who's looking for someone to teach at his school as well. So skills are expertise. Then we start off with the section called results. And below results, we're going to have a qualification statement. The whole thing is about 45 words. It can be scanned easily in 6 to 10 seconds. You know, I want you to think about this like it's a joust. You have to ride the horse long enough. You have to survive that 6 to 10 seconds so you can get into pile number 2. And pile number 2 is an intended reading. That's where they're going to spend a couple minutes on your resume. But the first scan is got to have all the essential information. That qualification statements, we put BA, and major. That's it. We don't put the name of the university. We put TEFL certification on the other corner, because they just want to check it. They're ticking boxes. They're saying, does this person have a degree? Does this person have a TEFL certification? Once they've seen that they had all that, then they'll put them into the pile for a second reading. The second reading is going to be more on the experience section below. Again, you have to really see this to get what I'm saying, but the experience section is going to have the name, your title of what you did, the name of the place that you did it, and of course the location and the dates, right? But I include something, a one-liner below that. I call it a gravitas statement. What do I mean by that? Most people don't know the names they know the name, sorry, let me rephrase that. Most people don't know what the organization that you're talking about. We had a guy who taught at Pole Bowl Music School. It's in Northern Ireland. I didn't know what it was, and I think most people will be like me. So we included a 1-sentence summary that talks about Pole Bowl. And we said Pole Bowl is an organization that provides unity and reconciliation in Northern Ireland. And there's a link to that that statement on their website. So we link the organizational name to their About Us page or a Facebook page or a Wikipedia article, something that describes what they've done in a very good manner. Why do we do that? The gravitas page gives it gravity, gives it weight. If you were a production supervisor at Marty Software Heaven, it's not the same thing as doing it at Microsoft. When the organization has weight, all your experience has additional weight. The other thing that we're going to do that most resumes leave out, and probably one of the most important things, is results. Most people simply list everything that they did. Hello, that's a laundry list. What you need is results. So you want to say you did something. For example, this guy taught music and taught how to write music and play guitar at Bobo Music School. What did he say? He said student enrollments increased in the second year. Think about that. If enrollments increased in the second year, he's probably doing a pretty good job at what he's doing. People that have success tend to repeat it elsewhere. So those are kind of the key elements of a resume. At the very bottom section, we put what I call the bio data. You have where you put stuff like, first of all, don't put too much bio data in there. If you can leave off date of birth, leave it off. It classifies you. You're either too young or you're too old, and you can't change it. But we put the basic facts down there. Where you went to school, when you graduated, any technical courses you've done, or any technical abilities that you've had. And then we close with something that's a little bit different. We close with a little sentence at the bottom. Personal and professional references available upon mutual interest. Why? Because they have to sell you as much as you have to sell them. Most job takers go in with their hat in hand, begging for the job. You want to seem like you're a professional and you're in demand. And the way to do that is to be a bit hot on the market. Those are kind of the basics of a power resume. Again, there's a link at the bottom of the page. Click it and you can see exactly what I'm talking about in more detail. But they really, really work. I've had people call me up and tell me, can I get on a plane in the afternoon to go on an interview based upon a power resume? That's it for now. We'll talk later. Thanks very much.